U.S. is dealing with life challenges, be it a natural disaster or unstable circumstances, our next guest is ready to step in to help. He is the president and CEO of Delivering Good, a nonprofit that collects brand new clothes, furniture, housewares, and other necessities from big-name retailers and distributes them to those in need. Since the charity first started, they've delivered more than $3 billion in new products to about 35 million people. Everybody, welcome to the stage, Matt. What's up?
Thank you, Kelly.
Honor to meet you, man. Did you hear that? Those numbers, they feel like fake numbers. That's incredible. How many people you've been able to help?
Thank you.
Explain more about what Delivering Good does.
Well, first, thanks for having me here today, Kelly.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate it. So our core mission is to really help people move forward in the face of a disaster or everyday challenge by connecting them with excess new merchandise, getting it into the hands of people who need it instead of in landfills.
Yeah.
We started in 1985 when the fashion industry responded to conditions in Haiti and Ethiopia. And leaders in the industry at the time made this decision to use clothing as a way to help people who've lost everything rebuild their lives and give them a starting point.
Yeah.
A few years later, another organization founded to respond to the needs of adults. Those two organizations merged in 2014. They changed their name to Delivering Good in 2017, and here we are today.
So explain, like, what happens? Like, a natural disaster happens. Like, what's the first step? What do y'all?
Yeah, so if we can anticipate a storm, if we know, say, a hurricane or a tornado is going to make landfill, it gives us an opportunity to prepare so we can be ready to support communities that might be impacted by that storm. We reach out to what we call our community partners. These are nonprofits on the ground in a potentially affected area. Try to get a sense from them of what people will need in the moment. And once we know that, we reach out to our brand partners, get the essential items that people will need in the immediate aftermath, ship those to those areas, and when it's safe to do so, distribute those to the people who need them.
So you don't only help with immediate needs, though, right? It's like furniture. There's different things, right?
Right. So especially in a disaster, we stay connected to these communities long after the storm has passed. We always say long after the cameras have gone.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, you know, when kids go back to school, people go back to work or get into a more permanent housing situation, their needs change and our response evolves with them so that we can continue to meet that need. And maybe, you know, by way of example, you'll remember in the fall of 2024, Hurricane Helene devastated North Carolina.
Yeah.
We're still connected in the communities there. And so our partners on the ground—
They still need help. My family's in North Carolina,
really
and they still are rebuilding and doing stuff, yeah.
They do. And so in the immediate aftermath, we got them things like socks, underwear, and T-shirts. But now, coming up on 2 years later, we're able to provide things like bedding, linen, toys for kids, furniture, housewares, appliances. It's really important to us to be able to be a part of helping somebody take this empty space and make it feel like a home again.
Yeah. Well, you said your work extends beyond natural disasters. So how else does Delivering Good help?
Yeah, we have this incredible network of, we call them community partners. They number around 800, and among them—
that's amazing networking, yeah.
All over the United States, in every state. And they're nonprofits, just like we are, but they're our partners. And among them, they are working to address every social cause imaginable. So they're working with the unhoused, they're working with kids in foster care, new moms, people coming out of incarceration, people trying to get back into the workforce. Last year alone, of the 11 million items we distributed in those communities, 50,000 were new coats, 460,000 pairs of new socks, $15.5 million of new furniture, and $2.5 million of toys for kids.
Jeez, man, it's incredible. What have you have to keep learning. Like, this has to impact you as well. You know what I'm saying? You're coming home, and I know you don't do it for that reason, but it has to impact you, right?
It does. And I've been in this role for almost 4 years, and I've been a Red Cross volunteer for 10 years. And it's what you said a moment ago. You see how quickly somebody's life can change. And I think the thing that's stuck with me through all of it is I continue to be amazed by human resilience, right? We meet people when they've just experienced tremendous loss or they've endured some horrible tragedy, and yet they still find or have the capacity to carry on and to move forward. And for us, we believe it's that single donated item, that new item that can be catalytic in their lives and really help them move forward with this sense of hope and dignity.
Absolutely. As a trusted partner for all things home, Wayfair works with community organizations to help families create spaces that reflect their style, needs, and stories during times of transition. So they're donating $10,000 in gift cards for you to distribute to families in need. Yeah.